Levi freaking Spain here. His middle name is Dale. And I'd like to also bring up Nathan Hadley. I forgot to mention we're here at Hurt Family Studios. But Nathan Hadley, everybody. The man, the myth, the legend. If you haven't met him, your lady probably has.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Here we go. I'm so hyped I'm never going to use this tonight. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, guys, we have a lot to talk about tonight. Okay?
You're telling me.
I know. Well, okay, first off, okay, guys, remember when this show used to be about me talking about the music? Like, I'm pretty sure
that's how it was kind of at the beginning.
The beginning of us was just us talking about my music and my thoughts about music for an hour straight. It was crazy. Anyways, thought I'd give a little check-in since we haven't really done that in some weeks. So I'll take a breath. Thank you. Okay, well, anyways, guys. They're drawing blood from me, and tomorrow...
Whoa.
Wait, about your music.
How has your music been?
I was going to get around to that. I was going to do the health stuff.
No.
That's what you were leading up to.
Oh, okay. Sorry, one more time. Come on.
I don't care about your health.
When are you releasing
Do you want
this album?
intro music for your music?
Oh yeah, you give me a little intro music for my music. I could do a little. Okay, hold up. Intro.
What kind of intro music are you looking for?
The like epic kind. Epic.
Whoa.
Epic intro music.
The intro.
Okay,
music.
I'll get you something that I believe is super epic.
I'm gonna make a little intro. I didn't even realize this was my song until like I turned around. I was like, wait, I thought it was a Dylan song, I'm not gonna lie. Welcome to the Nate Hadley Music Adventures, where we started in a corner of bedroom folk music, and then we went into a Dylan heavily inspired album, into some weird experimental stuff like pop music, but that was really just to show people,
We're starting from the beginning.
Don't F with me, I can make pop music too, okay, like I'm choosing to do folk. Oh, was I in your spot, in your line?
Yeah.
Your limelight? Sorry, viewers. Podcast listeners also, apologies. Okay, sorry. So, anyways, yeah, I can do pop music too. Suck it, okay? I'm not just segregated to one genre, okay? And now I've been kind of leaning into like a little bit more into like folk punk. So I've been taking a little bit more of that because I want to express more when I'm like singing. And like the lower stuff isn't so easy for me. It sounds like really quiet.
Why do you think you're trying to get the punk added to the folk to be more expressive?
Yeah, like just to be bigger, like to get my voice really out there. I feel like I can add that like that nasally kind of like, you know,
do you
screamy.
think different genres limit like what messages you can get across?
No.
Well,
so.
I think you can
I'll
be
hear
creative.
Nathan's answer, and then I'm interested to see what you have to say.
Yeah, Levi.
Sorry.
What do you
Talk
think?
over each
Do you
other.
think genres limit? Or maybe a different way of phrasing the question is: do you think certain genres are better for certain messages?
I think first and foremost, whatever the artist is feeling, like wherever they feel the most passionate when making something, go with that direction of sound, or like whatever way that is. Like maybe you wrote it to be a slower song, but then you play it faster and like it really connects with you. Go with that. You can always record a different version later down the line or something.
Follow your bliss is what you're saying?
Yeah, because I feel like we put ourselves like, it's good to put ourselves in boxes as an artist. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. That's when artists really shine, because we like really put all of our energy towards one thing. But in this case, this box is more of like, we think in our mind the song has to be this way. I'm trying to make a slow, beautiful song that resonates with people. But then maybe you hear it with a little faster, or maybe a bluesier groove or something. That's not the way you first intended it.
I kind of feel like when you're creating anything, like there kind of has to be two stages. There has to be a stage of like following your bliss, followed by like okay, let's make this palatable, marketable, whatever. You know what I mean?
And to answer your question, I think that some genres, yes, will get across messages better or easier. But I think that you can do that same thing within the genres no matter what. Like, you can take a hard, heavy genre and dumb it down to like picking a couple of notes, and it still sounds really hard and heavy, and they're singing down low, and it's like, if you were to give him an acoustic guitar, technically that would be like a folk song, but in the way that they're doing it, it's like more hard. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you can still get it across that way, but
I think one thought that kind of occurred to me was like, it is kind of crazy that over every single genre, the one thing, the subject matter you could immediately find as a common denominator is love songs. Like, it don't matter if it's heavy metal
the love
or if
song.
it's, whatever. Like, literally every single genre, there's going to be a love song in there, because that's the most relatable thing at the end of the day, is going to be love. You know what I mean? Like, we can't escape that. We cannot escape the fact that love at the end of the day is what matters most. You know, how I identify that is self-sacrifice, I think, is love at the roots.
It's true. And you got to be willing to sacrifice the first image of what you think your song is. You got to be willing to sacrifice that in order to be open to something better for that song.
Absolutely.
It all connects. Now, what do you think, Levi? Because
What-
you don't write music, so this is like an interesting perspective.
Yeah, as soon as you guys started talking about it, I totally fell out of my element. 'Cause I can't go back like that deep into music.
Be the
but-
voice of
No,
the people.
but it doesn't matter. You just have a different perspective. It doesn't matter that you fell out of your element.
Well,
What you have to say.
Does that you
basically,
dig?
the first one was, what was it? Say it one more time.
Say what?
The two
What
the questions.
The question was, how do you feel like different genres of music give messages across
Oh,
better,
it's like
easier,
I think the way I phrased the question the first time was, do you think you can get
right?
uh,
I think that was
do you think certain genres are better for getting certain messages across?
Well, yeah. I feel like definitely better, but I feel like, I feel like it's a good spot. Like, like hard rock music. I enjoy it more when I feel like it's not like a super angry song, that energy kind of feels.
I feel like you're in a perfect place because I don't think you identify with a certain genre.
I don't. I just like high energy most of the time, or, if I'm playing like a board game or something, I just want to listen to something more chill.
Gotta eat that mic, buddy.
It's just whatever to me. Just depends on what I'm doing, really.
I feel like my taste in music was strange because, like, I feel like most of my, like, experience through, like, middle school and, like, early high school is, like, I do not get how most people remember all these artists and, like, know all these things about music.
I'm
Like,
still there.
I just want to listen to the radio and, like, I like what I like, you know what I mean? Like, and then, crazy enough, like, something just happened where, like, I started, like, listening to specific artists, and as soon as that happened, I no longer could relate to anyone about music, because, like, the artists I did like, no one else listened to, and it was by accident, and, like, for a long time, like, I'm just listening to artists that have, like, not, what?
What did get you into it? Like, I watched Freaks
Into
and
what?
Geeks, and they mentioned Pink Floyd, so
Into,
I listened
like,
to Pink Floyd and
Listening
that
to
blew,
specific artists and specific albums and such.
like, what made you, like, branch out to find your own flavor? Flavor.
I think it was,
Your own zest.
like, I think it was just
not
my,
your own zest.
I want to say it was just my desire to explore different genres, because now, like, I feel like I have a very weird, like, way of finding new music. Like, I feel like the way most people do it is very nonchalant, and, like, they just happen to hear music and they're like, oh, I like that, or oh, I don't. But, like, me, like, I Google a genre that I'm curious about, look up the best people, listen to those, like, while reading the lyrics.
It's just very intentional.
Okay, we get
Yeah.
it, Ben. Jeez.
I do my research, and then like
you're an educated man about the things.
and then
that
like
you do.
once I find a couple
Big
songs I like by an artist,
freaking
like
deal.
I'll move to listening to whole albums by that artist.
I just
That's pretty cool.
you all high and mighty over there.
That's just genuinely what I do. But
No.
it's very I'm very fascinated by this subject of like how people find new music.
I just
Can we bring up the musicians in the room so we can talk about this?
We've barely gotten. I was just trying to get through my segment about. I was supposed to be updating them about me.
Yeah, go ahead.
oh yeah, we
But
forgot.
after we finish
Right.
that, can we have a segment
It's all
about
about-
how
Of
people
course, we
find
can
new
do
music?
anything. Well, anyways, okay, we'll see. Well, let's get back to it. I was. That's my music. So I'm working on a folk album.
When's it
Digging
coming out?
into that like that Blaze Foley. Excuse me.
Is that the one that I Don't Care is in?
Oh, I don't care. He likes the song.
What's
Thank you. I
your
appreciate that.
what's
I
your
like that song a lot.
what's your definition of folk?
Oh, I don't. It's the way. It's the structure of the song. It's not how it's played. It can be upbeat or slow, but it's like the way a song is structured. The way that like it's written. don't know
I
how
think
to
my
describe it.
best definition would
But you
be
know
would
when a
be-
song is like poetic and folk written.
I think it would be it sounds full if you just have an acoustic guitar and there's a bigger emphasis on story.
But people also call Lumineers folk, and I don't think they're
That's
folk. They're
stupid.
they're
New
like
folk
indie.
is not folk.
They're like living room jam session artists. That's not folk. That's just like that's a gypsy. That's like
I feel like
Harlem.
folk is more or less a term of like I feel like it's campfire, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like the
storytelling,
best
yeah.
of what like a campfire level guitarist can
I
do.
freaking
I
love
feel
it.
like
I love it so much.
when I think of folk, I just think of like there's country people that make country music, which is, you kind of know it when you hear it. And then there's the other country people. They do folk, they're more hip. It's like,
yeah.
But it's like, you
Country
know it when
is-
you hear it kind of thing.
Country is the one genre that I've yet to dominate. I feel like
Dominate is crazy.
I need to.
the one
You
he's
can-
yet to step his glorified
I
little
want to
feet
know.
in.
I want to get
and
into
his
country. It's the one.
greasy fingers all around.
It's
these
intimidated
artists.
me for years of something I can't enjoy. But bro, I can enjoy every genre. Every genre, there's something you like.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what of country I like.
Dude, Marty Robbins is as about as country as I can get.
Bro, I
Like,
love me some Marty Robbins. to
But like
be
anything after that, it's just trucks, beer, and chicks, and it's like weird. It's so like
Bro.
cliche.
There's one song.
Have y'all hear this song Beer Gut?
Sad country.
Beer gut.
It's
You're gonna have to play it.
it's one of the funniest country songs I've ever heard, dude.
So I'm getting my blood drawn tomorrow. They have to do it every 2 weeks just to check.
We don't
in
like to
on
think
the-
about how you might have
the
cancer.
lymph node. I'm just keeping them updated. They
I
just-
don't want to
I
think
can't just
about it.
throw it in their face 2 weeks ago and then them never update them. So
what we're hoping,
they don't know yet if it is or isn't. They still need to biopsy me, but they don't want to.
what they're hoping is that they'll get the blood drawn, and then it'll show that you're all good.
That's yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, that's it.
That's what'll happen.
That's it. That's everything in my life. I'm making an album. I feel weak all the time. I'm praying. I'm reading my Bible. I'm getting my life more right to stay the most healthy. That's about it. Nothing comedic there. Nothing to laugh about. I'm sorry. Say something. Gotta break.
Something cherry bomb. She had everything going on. The first thing that caught my eye, she was rocking the beer gut, and I love the way she's not ashamed. Rocking the beer gut, well it's just some extra love around her waist. Rocking the beer gut, she's moving.
Well, that's pretty much the extent
That
of what
was
makes
the Beer
that song
Gut.
Did you
interesting.
say this is a country song?
Sorry, Nathan, I didn't mean to, like...
No, it's perfectly
I thought
fine.
you said it was a country song.
It is.
It doesn't sound very country.
Okay, so I've been. Excuse
I
me.
improv
I-
the
excuse
me.
delicious.
It does.
Hello. Excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry. Just gotta collect everything real quick. Okay.
You know what's
Um,
funny is I was initially trying to make this show more about Nathan, and I keep stealing the attention.
It's really hard to like keep it over here. I could listen back to episodes and I'm like, man, you really gotta speak more, Nate. Okay, anyways. Listen, I've been watching some Seinfeld, right? And like a little back ago, man, it's such a good show. Freaking whatever. Stop. Don't.
This sounds really boring so far, but I mean,
I know it does.
What about
Frickin' A.
Seinfeld? Which
Guys,
is kind
I
of
had
a
my own
boring show.
episode in mind for Seinfeld, okay?
Hey, what is
So I thought this one's gonna be called The Breakup. And it's all about the breakup. Written by Nate Hadley and Jerry Seinfeld, a little bit Larry David. Jerry. Oh my God, Jerry.
yeah.
You won't believe it, man. You know that girl I've been seeing. You know the one I've been talking to recently?
You seem all up in a tizzy. What's going on?
I really am, because you know what? I think she's getting ready to break up with me, Jerry. I've been doing nothing wrong, but
She's gonna break up with you? What are you thinking?
She's gonna break up with me, but Jerry, I will be darned if I let her break up with me, because there's power
Don't
in
let her break up with you. That'd be insane.
Of course not, Jerry. Of course not, because there's power in the breakup. You see, whoever break up with the person is basically saying that that person they broke up with is less adequate, just less of a good of a person. They're not worthy to be with. And I will not be told that I am not worthy, Jerry. No, not me. So I will be the one to break up with her before she breaks up with me.
Well, the power of the breakup is that you're separated. So do you want to be separated?
Well, no. But I gotta do it.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
I'm gonna do it anyways. I'll see you later, Jerry. So then that's it. That was Kramer and Jerry, right? So that's the A plot. The A plot is all about the power of this breakup. And then we come into I haven't even thought about all this next stuff. We're just gonna go with the dope bin. Now we're at the cafe bin. We're at the freaking cafe.
I was trying to look it up. I'm not
It's
fast
okay.
enough.
I haven't
We need to come
watched-
up with a better system.
I haven't watched enough of this show.
By we, I mean me.
I was honestly never really a fan.
Hey, Vinny, what are you listening to?
Oh, hey, Matt. I'm just enjoying
I don't know.
some of my favorite tracks from Seinfeld.
No, what?
This
The
is
original
Seinfeld
television
podcast.
soundtrack.
Gosh dang, I was trying to find the situation.
This is getting real meta.
That's why.
I love the coffee shop. Cafe.
Hey, Jerry. It's George.
Hey, George. Did you end up doing the breakup?
No, that was Kramer.
Did you end up talking to Kramer about the breakup?
Yeah, he mentioned he came in all like in a fuss. Yeah, he said something about wanting to break up with the girl and power. I don't know. He's always,
It wasn't such a big fuss. I don't know what to tell you.
See, it's not bad to like hit on a girl after she's been broken up with, right? Or like, what's the time frame on that?
The time frame on
Like morally, like how long
dating
do I need to wait?
your close friend's ex?
Yeah, well, like just morally. Would it be like a week? Like 2 weeks?
Morally. Oh gosh, I don't know. I would say, why not find a different chick?
Find another chick. That's what they always say. You know how they never come my way, Jerry. I don't know. Maybe that's
What's so special about her?
well, she'll be broken up with. And when girls get broken up with, they usually find themselves in like a lower demeanor. And that's when I get to like swoop in and look like a hero. I'm her savior.
You want a broken woman?
Well, yeah, a broken woman means I don't have to be half the man that I am.
Half the man you are isn't a quarter of what most men are, so I don't know what to tell you. Just
I'm no man, Jerry.
keep me out of it.
And then we find Kramer. Hey, babe.
Hey, Kramer, did you end up breaking up with the chick?
Yeah, well, that's just the thing, Jerry. I went down there and I was going to go and break up with her, but then as I got closer to her, I couldn't do it, Jerry. I just couldn't do it. I looked in her eyes and I just got all lost.
You're all flustered. What's the matter?
I paid for her dinner. I took her out for a movie. I kissed her goodnight and said, I'm wasting money on her, Jerry.
You kissed her goodnight when you're gonna break up with her?
I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. What should I do?
I don't know. I think
So
maybe
I should
you
go
should
talk
just
to her.
break up with her and be done with it. Move on to the next fish in the sea.
It's not that simple, Jerry. If it were only that simple, you fool. Oh my God. But I think I will go talk to her right now. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Perfect timing. Babe, excuse me, babe, it's Kramer. Kramer, Cosmo, you know, the one with the hair. Hello. Oh, babe. Hey,
What
God.
do you want?
God, wow, you're so beautiful. Well, no, I came here to tell you something.
I'm so glad you're here.
Why?
I was just thinking of you
Oh yeah?
about how much I'm really enjoying our relationship.
No.
I knew you'd never leave me.
No, is that right?
Yeah.
That's me. That's the Kramer you know. Would you like to go get some coffee then?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Off to the coffee shop. Sit down. Oh, goodness.
Thank you.
Hey, so you know how I was like trying to tell you that thing earlier?
Oh, yeah.
See, the thing is I wanted to.
What is it?
I gotta break up with you. I said it. There. I gotta break up with you. Okay? This thing is going nowhere. I'm out of here. You know what? I gotta go. I can't stay. Okay? I'm sorry. I gotta go.
Oh, my God.
Back at Jerry's apartment.
Oh, finally to watch the game.
Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I broke up with that girl, Jerry. I did it. I can't tell you how powerful I feel. I feel all this power, Jerry. I feel so confident. I feel like I could get any girl that I wanted.
You feel powerful from no longer having someone in your life?
Oh yes, yeah, the rejection, Jerry.
You feel powerful
Yes.
by being less than.
Oh yeah, you betcha. Wait, no. How so?
Well, before you had someone and now you don't. Therefore, less than.
Jerry, I can't. I gotta go. I gotta go. Babe, it's Kramer. Babe, it's Kramer.
Hey!
Kramer? George? What are you doing here, George? Oh, I was just talking to her. I heard you guys had just broken up. Yeah, like about 3 minutes ago. What? Babe, it's both Kramer and George at your door. Hey,
What?
babe, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have broken up with you. Please, I shouldn't take me back. Hi, my name is George. You don't know me yet, but I'm friends with this guy. You should really come out with me. I can help you out. Alrighty. So that's how my Seinfeld episode would go.
Rock on, man.
I think it's pretty solid. It was the breakup. Something they haven't done
I
yet.
like it. Man, you
I realized very quickly in that I could only do a Seinfeld impression when he was like in a tizzy. Like I can't do low-key Seinfeld very well.
Oh yeah, no,
It's
any
way
of them.
easier to do like.
Hey,
Why would you do
just
it
calmly
like
always
that?
talk like you're irritated.
It's all of them, dude. I can only do Costanza and Kramer if I'm in a hizzy. You too. It's a yeah.
Think about
What's going on? And then I also realized because we do a Bob Dylan impression so much, Bob Dylan is kind of like
Oh, that
Seinfeld
yeah.
in a tizzy.
What's the deal with all the? Oh my God, Bob Dylan is just Seinfeld in a tizzy. You guys don't understand? It's like a Rolling Stone. What's the deal with stones?
Did you
Can
watch,
we-
They're always rolling.
did you watch the Mike Tyson fight?
I watched it.
Okay.
Did
Glad
you?
we brought it around to this. Yes, I watched it because it was meh.
What? Well, there were a couple good fights like in the whole card, but that fight was kind of sad.
The Mike Tyson
actual
fight.
Mike Tyson fight itself.
I feel like it was
kinda
kind
sad.
of, it was a little bit unexpected that it was like exactly that what you would expect.
Yeah.
Now he's holding back.
Yeah, that's all the thoughts I have. on
Everybody
Mike
wanted
Tyson.
to kind of, they
I'm
wanted to see
hearing
Mike
Big Mike
Tyson.
say that maybe Mike Tyson was holding back.
Do you have?
Yeah.
Would you like to come up and tell us your thoughts on the fight, Mike?
It was basically in his contract
Okay.
to
Alright.
hold back.
Yeah, come up here, Mike. Big Mike to the stage, everybody. Give him a round of applause.
Not that I'm an expert. Yeah!
I gotta say,
Yes.
our audience is not very good at taking cues. Oh my goodness.
Big Mike. Well, thank you.
Here, you take this seat, Levi.
Big Mike? You.
Big Mike.
Because you brought up the question, I wouldn't.
Big
I'm not kicking off the stage.
Big Michael.
Okay, what's the equestrian?
May I call you Big Mike?
You can call me Big Mike.
Okay.
I didn't like it at first, but it just happened so much. It's fine. I'm Big Mike.
Okay.
First
give up,
off,
man.
I gotta say, every
I'm Big
week,
Mike. I give up.
If you could choose a nickname for yourself, what would it be?
Well, I have an Indian name. It's Manaha, and I went by that for a while.
Manaha.
And then,
Manaha.
but I,
What about Big Manaha?
yeah.
Oh.
Wait, doesn't Manaha, what does it mean?
When I worked in the factory,
You.
there was a guy we named
Wait,
Chief
eat that
because he
mic,
looked
eat
like
that
a
mic.
chief. He's Indian chief, and there was somebody that said, well, that they had a name for an Indian Sasquatch,
And the
and
Indian
they said the
Sasquatch.
name of the Indian Sasquatch was Manaha. So they all
Ah.
laughed at me and said they gave me an Indian name, and then Warren was the guy that we called Chief. He says, well, I found out later they called him Chief because he actually was a chief.
Holy moly.
Anyway, so I actually had a real chief call me Manaha. And then we found out
Oh my God.
that it was not Indian, Native American Indian. It was like, from India.
Oh my God. That's even
So all
weirder.
this time I'm going, oh wow, I got an Indian name.
Wait,
yeah,
but they have
from
chiefs?
India.
They have chiefs over in India?
Yeah, and Manaha's
They have
from India.
chiefs.
So the guy that came up with the name saying he's got an Indian name, no.
I'm confused on the chiefs.
Well, see, the thing is like he thought it was in American, like Native American Indian, when actually he was talking about India.
Yeah.
And so he was confused. So everybody was like thought it was an American one actually. So man, that just really dashed my dreams there. I thought I was badass too. I was like, yeah, man, I'm a Naha. I'm an Indian brave.
Well,
or something.
who gave
So
you
what do you prefer, Manaha or Big Mike?
Big Mike?
I think Big Mike. Everybody likes Big Mike. They really do.
Big Mike
However,
is-
if there's a
He
bigger
answered
Mike,
for him.
if
He's
there's a bigger
Big
Mike, then he can have the title. You know?
Levi knows a Big Mike that's in prison.
I do. He might get out in December. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
I sent him $25 today.
Is that right?
Who gave you Big Mike?
Everybody.
Oh, it's just always.
It's just always been like that.
you just
It
look
always
at them.
has been like
He
that.
just he walks in a room and people
Yeah.
know Big
Well,
Mike.
when I was born, the doctor slapped me. I slapped him back.
He was
That's
like,
crazy.
oh, Big
Okay.
Mike.
And then I smoked my cigarette and got the hell out of it.
When I was born, I had breathing trouble, and they had to
Okay.
try to they had to help me breathe. No?
I was a super preemie and I had to be flown to a different hospital. Wait, but we should circle
I
back
had to be
around
in
to
hospital.
the. We should circle back around to the Mike Tyson fight. What were your thoughts on it, Big Mike?
Oh, I saw him train.
Yeah.
I saw
In
actually
person?
both of them train. I just kind of got into it.
Wait.
I don't usually get into boxing, but you can kind of tell how somebody trains.
Okay.
And the way he was training, he was like knocking guys off the stage every time he would hit one of their pads or
Tyson
something.
would, yeah.
And then the things he was doing with weights and the way he was executing everything was just so badass. I can't see how anybody could stand up to that. And then it showed Jake Paul. He showed him training, and he just looked like a pussy compared to the way they were training. No, I'm not kidding.
Here's what I have to say to that.
And it was
Is
just I don't know.
before the fight, when I was talking about it, my predictions was it's gonna completely depend on how Mike Tyson has taken care of himself over the years.
Yeah.
Because his mind is going to be affected by his diet, his workout routines, whatever. He didn't seem to keep up with that. He did tons of drugs and got fat for a little bit, and that's going to affect his longevity. You know what I mean? I feel like the only way the only way he could have stood a chance is if he like super was focused on his physical and mental well-being all that time. Well, and he wasn't. And
well, you know, I don't want to say he was being a puss because if he was right here,
well, because training is different than a real fight. Like your mind has to really.
The last 10 years, he said to people, he says, "I didn't like that person when I was in the ring."
Right.
He said, I didn't like. So now he's thinking. So without that meanness, without that wanting to kill you attitude, it's just kind of like a regular old fight.
Yeah.
I mean, because when you look at some of his past fights, he was out there for blood, man.
I don't think he made a fool of himself.
You know, but if he would have gone at him like it was his life depended on it, he would have tore the hell out of him.
Yeah, I think he went the distance, though. Yeah. I do think he went the distance. I think towards the end, I think Logan, or who was it, Jake Paul, I think started to go easier on him towards like the last round. But I think he legit went the distance, and I do think that's crazy impressive.
Well, he was always really back. If you see in the fight, though, he was always backing up from him.
Yeah.
You know, if I was a conspiracy theorist, I would say it was a rigged fight.
Well, I think,
and some guys want to get out of the fight. They don't want to be a contender anymore. That would be a great way to get him out.
Here's what I got to say.
What's the definition of rigged?
Hold up.
Was the definition of rigged that he for sure made it to a certain round, or that he for sure won or lost?
No, I think people throw this word rigged around, but in all reality is that they were both paid a lot of money to get in that ring and hit each other. And win or lose, they were going to walk away with a lot of money. That's as rigged as it needs to get. That's as much motivation you need to get in that ring.
And Jake Paul did
do
give him
a
the
medium
respect.
job.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were Jake Paul, I would have been terrified out of my mind. And if I'm
I think he was.
And if I'm Mike Tyson, I'm not looking to be that animal anymore. So then I'm going to play this like, I'm just going to run it out. I'm going to run out the clock, get my money.
Here's the thing I don't understand.
And you know what?
It's as simple as that. And he said after, in all the interviews, he's like, I'm literally just doing this to pay bills, to get money for my family and that kind of stuff. Like, he doesn't care if he wins or loses anymore.
Yeah,
like,
but it also seems like
he
he wants to make himself a legitimate fighter, and I don't see how this made him any more of a legitimate fighter. You know?
Well, I actually did turn my idea of what I was thinking, because I just thought of him as a punk, you know. But when he actually did put his hands behind his back and bow and respect him at the end, I was like, that's pretty cool.
I think out of the
that
two
was
brothers,
pretty cool,
I
man.
like his trajectory more.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
But also, did you hear the BS about like, I want to dedicate this to the heroes, to the truck drivers, and the army? Like, that was so dumb. Like,
that was his after speech.
That was so like half-hearted and like
the truck drivers.
Yeah, it was so broad. He was like, I want to dedicate this to America's heroes.
But see, that would help
people
the conspiracy theory
overseas
right
in
there.
the army, the police, the firemen, the truck drivers, the mailmen, the teachers. And it was like, okay. Yeah, we get it. You're a good person. Cool, let's move on.
What would it look like if Mike Tyson met Jerry Seinfeld?
I don't want to do that.
Mr. Yes and.
I had such a hard time.
Can you do that detective voice?
I'll do Mike Tyson. I'll be Mike Tyson if you want to do that.
Hey, you know what? This
Mike
was
Tyson?
somebody's last words. Hey, you talk funny.
Or if I'm just not going to be Jerry again. I found that
just can't
so
believe
challenging.
you just shut down my improv suggestion in front of everybody.
I
Made me
struggled
look
so
like
hard
an
to be
idiot.
Jerry Seinfeld, and I just don't want to do it again. If someone else will be Jerry, I'll happily be Mike
Unbelievable.
Tyson.
Be Jerry.
You want me to be Jerry?
Just do it.
I
Yeah.
feel like we've like trampled all over this bit already.
Well,
I
you set it up.
enjoyed it. I really did. I was enjoying it. Did you
Fine.
enjoy it?
Well, no, I don't know. Freaking A.
What if we
You were
do?
doing a great Kramer, man.
Thank
did a
you.
perfect-
What if we do Big Mike meeting Mike Tyson?
Oh,
Big
God.
Mike meeting Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
So Mike is...
I have to wet my pants because I don't want to get beat up by Mike Tyson.
So you want me to say yes to your...
No, I'll be Mike Tyson. I'm talking like him right now, so I'm going to be Mike Tyson.
Okay.
And Nathan is gonna be Big Mike.
Okay, I'll be Big Mike.
I'm ready.
My name is Big Mike, I'm walking down the street. I'm saying hello and I'm stomping my big feet. My name is Big Mike, I'm happy all the time, and everybody knows my name because my name is Big Mike.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, my name is Big Mike. What a beautiful morning, I just couldn't be happier today.
Hello, Big Mike.
Holy
You look like
God.
white meat. You look like white meat. That's what
Is
he
this
looks like.
Mike
You
Tyson?
look like white meat.
Mike Tyson, dude.
Is this Mike Tyson, the Iron Mike?
This is the guy. Yes, it is.
You know my Mike Tyson, they have a name for me over in India, they call it Manahamana. It means the drummer Muppet.
I have a name. It's called the drummer Muppet Mahler.
Mike
tell you
Tyson, are you
I tell
on
you what.
shrooms?
I'm chewing some right now.
You got some in the lip.
I'm chewing some. Your head look like a pumpkin.
Oh,
It
Mike
look like
Tyson.
I'm gonna eat your head. You're white meat.
Mike Tyson.
I like white meat. I eat lots of meat.
You gotta really stop referring to me as white meat. It's really confusing to me, Big Mike, because I'm such a happy person.
Why are you sweating?
I
Are you
have
sweating when you
only
look at me?
begun to sweat, Tyson.
Do you want to have sex with me? Is that what it is? Do you want to have sex with
Tyson,
everybody?
no.
Everybody always wants to have sex with me.
Jesus Christ, Tyson. No, I don't want to have sex with you. My name is Big Mike. I'm a jolly fellow giant. I don't want to have sex with anybody. In cartoon land,
You don't want to have sex with
pure.
anybody?
I don't have sex with nobody. I'm a cartoon giant from a cartoon world. I live cartoon life.
Okay, my manager told me to act nice, so I like nice to you.
Please.
I like nice
Okay,
to you.
now excuse me. I
I
gotta
like
leave.
nice to you after I kick your ass.
I gotta. Mike Tyson, please. There are children around.
Oh,
okay?
Tyson Chicken. You calling me like Tyson Chicken now? Because I like that
God.
white meat chicken. You call me Mike Tyson the Chicken.
Listen, I
Is
don't
that
want
what you're
to.
saying?
I
I
don't
will
want to
kick your
offend
punk
you. I
ass.
really don't
I
want
won't
to
give you
offend
any
you.
other chance.
I really don't. I can sing you a song. How about this? Mana mana, boo 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 doo. Mama mama, boo boo doo boo. Shamamaga, boo boo doo 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 doo.
Your mama.
All right, let's go. All right, well, thank you, Big Mike, for coming up to the
That was my
stage.
best Mike Tyson. I'm sorry.
That was amazing.
What I gathered from that was it would not be good if you ran into Mike Tyson for some reason.
I think
So
Mike
funny.
Tyson is a
No,
little
but
rapey.
He'll start out really nice, and then he'll start getting psycho after a while.
No, you nailed
I
it.
think it's time for us to end the interview now.
I think you nailed it. Goodness gracious.
Think about that
That was
video.
beautiful.
I was crying over
Hey, you're
here.
right, Ben. Better than Seinfeld.
I was just thinking about that video where Mike Tyson is like playing with Hasbulla like he's a baby.
I was playing with this grown man like it's a little baby.
Hasbulla's like punching him. And he's like, oh.
He like picked him up and bit his ear, like
Oh
tugged
my
on him a little
gosh.
bit.
Oh God, you see that
Yikes.
that
Thought he was a
fake,
baby.
fake video where he hands the ear back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they feel
Oh,
that.
yes.
Sorry, here's your ear.
Okay, well,
It would have been really funny if Jake Paul bit Mike Tyson's ear
other
off.
That would have been really cool.
They just do that. Maybe it looks super fake, but that'd be hilarious.
Remember that cartoon before the fight where he's sitting there on the couch? He's like, I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to hurt him. Please.
I haven't seen that.
I was like,
I've not seen that commercial.
I kind of
For
want to
podcast listeners, the audience to rumble about.
I could see Jake Paul going.
Man. Okay, well, shoot. So I've been watching this. I watched Deadpool 3. Anybody here seen Deadpool 3?
No,
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, the Deadpool and
That's
Wolverine
what I
movie.
saw.
I thought it was pretty awesome.
A plus. They did really good. I've said that they were obviously on a budget. I think you can see that with how
That's
you
why I
know.
wouldn't give him an
Oh my gosh, but like the amount of times you watch him like stab somebody. right
No,
through the
I think
head.
it was better that they didn't have as much money because it's like it made more scenes where it was just Deadpool and Wolverine, so it made it more of a buddy cop movie than anything. Like it really just made it a buddy cop movie between these two characters that have to team up who don't want to team up, and that's like the easiest
That's a good point.
that's the easiest trope there is, and that's like they fell back onto that leg of the tripod because the money, they didn't have it to like do all this other stuff. So I thought it was very smart the way they went with it. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. This is one of those rare cases where the idea and concept is so good that all it has to do is be valid.
that's true.
And that's what happened.
The idea and concept of it is just so beautiful, so gold.
Yeah.
It just has to show up to the
It just
party.
has to be valid.
It just has
And
to
that's
step
what
in and be
happened,
like,
and
I'm
I was
here.
happy
It's
with it.
pretty. There's some really
I'm
funny
here.
parts. I liked it.
Wolverine, Deadpool, there's no cooler characters.
Yeah. Oh, chokey.
Don't worry about it. Should we write a song now?
Yeah, let's write a song.
What musicians want to help me write a song? I want to write it.
I'll play the tambourine.
Okay, I'll get my little guitar.
Or should I feel like the drums is too much.
You can be on
Get the
notes.
tambourine.
You
Just
do
get
whatever.
the tambourine.
How about that? What's that song?
Would that work with recording?
Her till she gets out from
Well, the
under
mic's picking them up. Pick 'em up.
Tyler, do you want to help?
What do you want?
He said, "What do you want?"
Yeah, sure. What?
Just help. Just jam with us.
Okay.
If I set the mic close to the drum set,
This
we'll
is
pick it
gonna
up.
be full circle because
It would take over the whole
you
Oh,
know,
it would sound bad.
I don't want to make a thing of it.
Well,
Where's the tambourine?
that's here.
Hey, Lauren, what should we write a song about?
Do you think it's picking it up?
That can be a song about anything.
What
A song
What's
about
our
anything
song about?
and a
What's
song
our song
indeed.
about?
What should we write a song
We're about
A
to
song
get
about
musical.
me or a song about me. It can be a song about drugs or a song about children.
So, you
A
should have said a
song
song
that
about
fills your
hugs.
heart and a song that rhymes with children.
Why would you make
Hmm.
a song about children? That's weird.
Why does the song gotta be about white children?
No Diddy.
Don't even go there.
What? Okay.
First thing that comes to
Big
your
Mike,
mind
what's
is
our song
always
about?
the best bet.
Oh, I don't know. Oh God, what can we?
Big Mike, do you have any ideas?
Snoopy? A Snoopy song?
Snoopy?
Hey, Snoopy and the Red Baron, man.
Snoopy and the Red Baron?
Baron.
Okay.
Here we go.
Red Baron, he's like evil, man. He needs to shoot down Red Baron. I mean, Red Baron wants to destroy Snoopy. Just remember that. That ain't cool.
Here, hold it up here so I can see.
Here's the tune. Snoopy has an adventure. He was a creature of creativity. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
I don't know what.
pause real quick.
Should we make it a little?
Let's make it a little more upbeat. This is really
Yeah,
slow.
there we go.
Okay, we'll hold it right here.
Let's kick it up a notch.
Hey, how about you can bring that beat, but Snoopy's about to get shot.
Snoopy's about to get shot.
It's a song about Snoopy
His
about to get
imagination
shot.
will get shot
Are we ready?
by the Red Baron flying his airplane.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, God, don't be so-
Snoopy, what you doing? Snoopy. Ooh, yeah. Snoopy, he was running from the sun in the other airplane. He was just trying to stay sane.
Stay sane.
But how can you think that you made? When everyone trying to kill ya.
to the end.
I got one stop. If I need a little fluff, if I need a little song.
I can't do
What?
it. I can't do it.
I thought I was going good.
My
I thought I
hands.
was going great.
I didn't mean to. Just my hands give out. I wouldn't have stopped it otherwise.
Should we try one more time?
One more time? Maybe in the middle. Not a
Okay,
slow
give
song,
us a
not
new
a fast
give us
song.
a new subject real quick.
All right, I got
Anyone shout something out.
it. All right, Lava Man,
Llama Man, okay.
Lava Java
Just play
Man.
something simple. Stop getting so fancy with it, brother.
Just do like something about going out to eat. Going out to eat.
What's your plan? Lava Man. Will you go? Will you stay? Are you molten? Are you clay? Lava Man, you are so cool. Lava Man, how are you so hot? What's so cool? Lava Man, I would run for president if it weren't for Lava Man. He's my confidence, but I will continue to prince because Lava Man is hope. He will never say no, 'cause he's Lava Man. His beauty flows down like magma, not a cloud. His beauty flows down. Lava Man, Lava Man. I'll take you to Hawaii. I'll feel so silly when we're running on
That's
the
great you
beach.
picked up on that. That's what I
And
was
we
thinking.
love each other's each, and we love what we see, and we will always be the epitome of Lava Man.
Alright.
Lava Man.
Thank you, Ben, for those amazing lyrics. Thank you, Ben, for those amazing
That was beautiful, man.
Lava Man was a success.
Oh my God,
Nathan on the
I'm
guitar.
crying. I'm crying a lot.
Thank
We got
you,
Tyler playing legend.
Tyler Holopeter, Mike, for joining
Mikey
in there.
hopped in.
You never know.
That was
That's
Thank
the
you for
silliest
teaching
of
me.
suggestions
I
that
love Lava
produce the
Man.
greatest of results.
Lava Man is out now on Spotify, Apple Music,
I'm a Lava Man.
YouTube. Music video coming soon.
Ocean Man.
I'm a Lava Man.
I'm gonna need to listen back to that because like I was so in it, like I did not realize what was happening.
I tried to harmonize at some points, but
Good job, everybody.
you know,
Ah,
that was good.
let's see what
I wonder
else is
how long
happening in
that
my
was,
life.
though.
Get to sit there.
Wait, what's new in your life?
Oh, I guess we should say, and this will make a trifecta of circles going around, but you know what? No, actually, I'm not going to go there. You know where we should go, though, is painkillers. Repeat after me. Painkillers.
Painkillers. Painkillers.
The headline is Painkillers. Does it kill the pain, or does the pain kill the desire to want to stay in that state?
Wait,
And
what?
so you
That didn't
take...
make very much sense.
Wait, what? Are you confused? Okay, hold on. I'll simplify it.
Come on.
Painkillers kill pain so you don't feel insane.
What?
Is that better?
Sure.
So you won't go insane.
We'll just stick with
So you
that.
won't go insane. Okay, that's better. So
Remember,
I'm trying really hard to not take my painkillers, even if I'm in pain. Because it's like I'm always in pain.
You're
and it's
worried.
like you don't always want to be on a painkiller. You know what I mean?
You're just worried you're
Get
gonna
a
get
high
it.
tolerance.
You're
It'll
just
make it
worried you're
worse.
gonna get
It'll make it
addicted.
worse.
That's
Do
what I'm
not
saying.
get a high
Don't
tolerance.
get a high
It's fun until it's
tolerance.
He's
not.
worried he's
Until
gonna
it
get a
don't do it.
tolerance.
It'll give you
Hey, I know what you're talking about. Don't
Every-
It's true.
arthritis.
See, people care. They're concerned. My YouTuber friends, my podcast listeners, my audience in house. But by the way, if you think about it, it's 3-in-1. Let me repeat that. We have 3-in-1 viewers. All my viewers are 3-in-1.
Hashtag say
We have my
that.
YouTuber viewers who are not seen, my podcast listeners who are not seen,
Podcast
and my
listeners, are you?
in-person
Hello
live
there.
studio audience members who are seen. It's the Trinity.
Wow.
Trinity's real. If that can be 3-in-1, why can't a person be 3-in-1? Anyways, yeah, painkillers kill my desire to not want to take more painkillers because they sing to me, baby. Especially at night.
Yes.
Oh my God, their song is so beautiful, and it rings in my ears. And as I'm just laying in my bed, my backpack is like, "Hey kids, you want to sleep better?" And I'm like, "Man, I really would love to sleep better. Just open me up. There's some pills inside. It would be a great time. Just take one." And I'm like, I can't take another because I can't get addicted to it. Addicted? Bah, that sounds like a made-up word anyways. All you want to do is feel better, don't you? And what's wrong with feeling better? And then like 2 seconds later, I'm like leaning over my bed like an animal, opening up my backpack and taking a painkiller. No, it's not that bad. It's just, that's what goes through my head though. That's the struggle. So painkillers kill Nate's... Painkillers...
You got it.
I don't know how to do this.
Painkillers.
So I'm trying to say don't want to take them anymore, but when I start with the headline painkillers, I don't know how to round it off.
Painkillers, very bad.
So
Yeah.
listen to that, Nate. It's like a note to me, like they're writing to me.
Remember it.
If a headline in an article had your name in it, would that be like scary or would you feel like special?
Well, it depends on why.
Big Mike wrestled Mike Tyson over some white chicken.
Well, then, yeah. Obviously, Big Mike would be very happy to have that, on a newspaper, so.
Nate Hadley saw Big Mike at White Chicken with Mike Tyson,
Whoa.
With
That-
Mike Tyson's chicken.
Well.
comma,
He can't.
what a disaster. Yeah.
We will be holding a service for Big Mike.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Big Mike.
After he met Mike Tyson.
If Big Mike just was talking about a funeral for him, and if that were the case, I think I would like try to play the blind man saw it song. I would try to.
Hey, while we're on the subject of funerals,
I think about death a lot.
do
Let's
you
get
ever
into it.
how often do you think about my funeral?
I think, dude.
Okay.
I honestly, at least
Never.
once a week,
Ne-
maybe
what?
more.
Levi, how often do you think about my
I
funeral?
try really hard not to.
But
like,
how often do you think
Every
about
once in a while, I'm like, man, one of my best friends or siblings could die. It makes me really sad, and I'm like, forget that. It'll never happen.
I
I don't
probably
want to.
that.
I don't want to.
I probably think about both
the
y'all's funerals at least bi-weekly.
What?
At least.
Yeah.
No.
Because I'll just be driving and
I don't
I'll
want
be
to think
like,
about it.
man, there's a lot of stuff going on.
And
in
of
life.
those
And I'll be like,
times,
Would you
probably
wanna be-
25% of the time I tear up.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to do it, because then it's like it's something that you know.
I just don't know how to process
reason
it
to tear up.
very well.
I guess
Because I feel like I understand it to a certain degree, so it makes it feel weirder for me because it's like I don't know how to process it.
Nathan, I want you to give me a eulogy.
I
If
know.
I died today, I'm gonna
Okay.
find some good music.
Wait,
When I was
a eulogy?
young.
What's it? Is it
A
a
eulogy
eulogy?
is like a speech you give about someone's
Okay.
life.
Okay.
I think, right?
Yeah.
No, that's so
Or like
sad.
about the
Oh
person
no, we're
at
not
the
gonna
funeral.
get too sad.
Big Mike was a really
Would
good
you-
guy.
Would you?
He was a really good guy.
You wouldn't want to be.
I really
cremated-
loved him, but I
cremated.
hated him.
You wouldn't want to be cremated. Oh my
God.
gosh.
Where do I start? How does someone address something like this? Because it's here. And it sure has happened. But my God, look at him. Even now, just as he lays there,
Look at him. His head's
it's so artistic. He only makes it look so cool. I never could be cooler than Ben. No matter how hard I tried for years, all of my life, I would see his sense of style with the short shorts or the wearing the crop tops because it was like cool in the 80s.
Do you have refreshments?
But when I would try it, no, Nathan, you look gay. That's what they would say. I remember it. They would look at me and they would say, that's why, Nathan, that's gay. And I would look at them and I would say, because it's cool. And they would say, well, it's not cool. It looks gay on you. I would say, but he's wearing it. And he looks cool. And they say, yeah, he does look pretty cool. I'd say, so what? He doesn't look gay, but I look gay? And they're like, yeah, but you look kind of gay in it. And by God, year after year, I would try, and I would never amount to much. But this isn't about me. This is about Ben. And Ben is dead. And none of us can really get past that. I know I should still call him. Well, he doesn't answer, but that's normal. Most of the time we're busy anyway, so that still doesn't feel like much. Really the biggest change is that, like, anytime I need something built or something done, or really any motivation to start any kind of project, it's not there. So I haven't really done anything recently in the past, well, however long it's been since that guy passed. I'm not good at these eulogy things.
That guy.
I'm not sure how to go about it. I still feel like I haven't said much about Ben. He was still young, you know, in the grand scheme of things. And since we were young, well, he's always been freckly. He started off blonde. Okay, guys. So that was my best friend that I've known my entire life. Rest in peace. This is Levi, his brother, to say a few words.
I don't know if I can
You
do
gotta
it.
get up there. It's your turn.
Well, it might be. I don't know. It might be too realistic. 'Cause that's the only thing I could.
No, don't say that here. Say that up there. Go up there. It's okay. It's hard. I know.
Why?
What?
Just why?
Oh.
So good.
Any refreshments?
No, take your time, Levi. Take your time. I know
Well,
it can be hard.
he was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was.
He was a pretty cool guy.
Some would say the coolest.
Now I get to be the comptroller of the podcast, so I guess that's, you know, you gotta think of the upside of things. You know,
Yeah.
his kids are still around, so that's pretty great. I guess I'll get to hang out with them more.
Just angels.
Man, y'all look crazy.
Gosh, they could have put a little more makeup on him at least. Well, thank you. Thank you. The show's over.
Beautiful.
The show's over.
Beautiful, Levi. Get down here. Get down here.
It's gotta pay off.
Okay. Wow. Woo.
Are we gonna do yours now, or
What a
was that
shocking-
the
I
one?
decided to be harsh because I didn't really want to like get sad.
I don't think any of us are prepared for mine. I don't think I'm prepared for mine.
Okay.
Let's not.
Change the subject.
Change the subject. No
He
more
didn't-
people
He didn't
dying,
want death.
I guess.
Yeah, okay. Sorry to bum everyone out. That was not a high note. We gotta look
Well.
for a way to end the show. All right. Let's think about things dealing with life.
Okay.
Life. Blood. Oh, like my blood.
Oh, I
I
got
get my
something.
blood drawn tomorrow.
We already talked about it.
Guys,
I know.
guys, I have something important.
Wait, what's
So
up?
listen up. You know how we're not supposed to say retarded anymore?
What do you- Don't you just say like?
I came up with a good substitute. So instead of saying, bro, that's so retarded, say that's so AIDS.
That's AIDS.
AIDS?
AIDS is way worse than
That's
being
so
retarded.
AIDS.
No
Wait,
one's
are you
happy
saying
that
being
has-
retarded is a bad thing?
No, I'm saying AIDS is a bad thing.
Just doesn't
Retarded is
flow very
hey,
well.
however you interpret it.
Like I like the idea. I just don't know
AIDS,
if it
dude.
flows very. Like let's try it.
We should discourage having AIDS.
Like, hey,
but,
dude,
you know,
hey,
we
What
Levi,
if we
well,
went to this
hold-
bridge?
I don't think you should discourage
Wait.
having Down syndrome.
Hey Levi, look, I built this really awesome Lego set. What do you think about it, man?
Man, how long did that take you, bro?
Dude, like all day. It's all I've been focused on.
Really, that small piece? That's
Yeah.
totally AIDS, dude.
Oh man, now I really feel gay. Are
Are you just saying that having AIDS is just as bad as being gay?
I think it's worse.
Having AIDS is
No.
like the worst kind of gay you could have because it's the death
I don't
count,
know
right?
if being gay is necessarily bad.
Pretty
Right?
straight shot.
Well, let's say you're so gay that you have AIDS.
You're just so gay that you have AIDS. I don't know
That
if that's
doesn't make sense.
Would anyone
That
want
doesn't
to
make
achieve
sense.
that? Okay, everybody's jumping on me.
We just got into dicey territory so
I'm just
quick.
saying, what do gay people like to do?
Wait,
gay things.
wait.
And if you're doing gay
Listen.
things,
How
you're
would you
gonna
know?
get the AIDS.
That's it's the
Maybe.
same thing for straight people. But since we're
No,
on,
it's not.
what do you call it? What's
Like,
AIDS in the
heck,
category of like HIV? Since we're
Well,
on
I
thing
think
of
the
HIVs,
important part is that it still is like a cool thing. It still has a bit of edge to it.
AIDS feels cool,
No, wait.
Yeah,
or gay feels cool.
I think saying AIDS feels cool.
Have you guys ever? Have you heard
Not
of
having
the?
it.
That's AIDS.
Not having it probably, but
I don't know. I'm not on it.
I wouldn't say. Well, the thing is I wouldn't say AIDS willy nilly around my grandma.
Wait,
You
listen.
know what I mean? I wouldn't just be like AIDS, 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 grandma.
Like, dude, you are really being AIDS right now.
That's weird. Again, that's like a killer.
I
That's what I'm
just
saying.
think
I don't think it
maybe
works.
it's a good substitute.
Have you guys ever heard of the villages in Florida?
The villages of
Sounds pretty AIDS,
Like,
but
It's
whatever.
it is.
the
it's
old
the
people's
biggest.
home.
It's like literally the biggest HOA community. It's like
HOA?
It's its own.
Oh no,
It's
I
its
think I
own-
watched a
it's its own
documentary about
city.
that.
Right.
I want to write
It's its
another
own city,
song.
I think it's
basically.
full of old people, right?
Yeah, but there's this thing where within that community, it's like riddled with freaking
Riddled.
HIVs.
I have a riddle for you. One,
So,
two.
what they
AIDS for
do-
me, AIDS for you.
There's a enormous because it's just a bunch of old people. There's an enormous like swingers community, and what they do is they put different colored loofahs on their doorknobs.
Loofs, like the
Loofahs, like
Hey,
the ones that you scrub your body with.
Holy crap!
I kind of have something.
Depending
I
on
kinda
where
wanna-
they're at
I
in
want to
their.
explore that
It's
more.
about where they're at in their swingers.
That's insane.
Can
What are
we-
the different colors? Like, is
It's like one is like I'm open to only boys. I'm open to only
one
girls.
loofah like you have
Like,
to do multiple loofahs?
One loofah is like I'll do anything. There's a loofah that's like, yeah,
Holy
People-
crap! What's like a bar of soap?
that's it's loofahs. It's only loofahs.
Is that like no? I just like to slip and slide. It's not like
But
I don't want to do
the
anything
information is
serious.
available on the internet. That's how I found out. Just
Yeah.
you know, it's just a crazy
Say
thing.
yeah.
It's just a crazy
Oh,
thing.
okay, Ben. Ben doesn't want to talk about swingers in Florida.
No, I
let me
do wanna
just
talk
dust
about
off
swingers,
doff
actually.
my cap to you. I'm sorry.
I
Ben.
do find it fascinating how we think about having multiple partners. I do think that's fascinating.
Who's thinking about that? I'm not. I'm not.
I
even,
feel
I
like-
don't got one yet.
We meaning Americans.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Americans are Americans. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, actually, I want to pivot this entirely to
Yeah,
something
man.
I'm way more interested in.
Do it.
Do you have pride in being an American?
nope. Sorry.
Not really, but I feel like I should.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like being an American.
Proud to be an
Yeah,
American.
that Lee Greenwood.
Well,
Hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
I feel like it's pretty
Okay.
dope.
Can I
I
can I
feel like we're
explain
kind
this
of
though?
behind.
Let me explain this though.
Also, I would
Hold
like
up,
to know,
hold up. The
what
reason
do you-
why, hold up.
Before we move on, I think we
Jesus.
needed to define what it means to be an American. I think we should
Born-
present our definitions of what it means to be an American before we continue the conversation. Because
I
I
don't
think
There's only one.
I
I
don't
was
think
born in America.
I don't think it's
No.
obvious what that means.
I don't think that's true. You don't have to be.
Oh,
born
I'm
in America.
sorry. You're born in America, but you're not American.
That's
That
what
doesn't
it's.
work.
That's
What
what
do
it's
you
all
think?
about.
What do you
That's
think it
what
means to
America's
be an
about.
American, Nathan?
Means you're born here,
Levi, what do you think that means?
or you came here and you got your papers signed or something.
But I think
Yeah,
there's
you
a
can get legalized.
I think there's a American culture, and there's something that it means to buy into the American culture.
What is the American culture?
Hey, patriotic. Is that what you were?
I think the American culture is consumerism and having an appearance of being moral. I don't think you have to actually be moral to be a
but
part of the
we
American
walk
culture.
around, we want all of our
I think it's
friends
important to
think-
appear to be moral
Jesus, you don't even let me get a word.
and to buy into the consumer mentality.
Well, I
get
feel like
that.
that's what being American is today.
I think those things are kind of rad. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but here's the thing, though, is that, like, when people are like, are you proud to be American? It usually means, like, would you die for the flag? And me, technically, no, I wouldn't. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm very blessed to be here. But let's just be honest. If frickin' Japan or some Russia or someone crazy came over here, annihilated them, and was like, you're either serving our new government or you die,
I would argue that's not necessarily
I don't give a
part
crap.
of
Well, I'm
American
not- what?
culture.
what has Dude, America is not God.
Well, it's the.
I serve God at root. It doesn't matter. You think all the people who served God, they had so many people in power, different people in power who would come and go. If you got picky and was like, well, I'm dying for the last person who was in power, for what? I'm going to sacrifice my life for a government
okay.
that didn't care
Listen,
about me? That
Before we move on, I do want to hear what Levi's answer of what's your
I will die for
definition
Christ.
I feel like it's
of
more.
being an American.
It's more like the American belief system. In a
Okay,
way.
what's the American belief
It's like
system?
I feel like America is sort of today, at least. It's like the melting pot. So you should, an American is someone who wants everybody to believe in what they want to believe in, and it's like I don't know. I feel like a lot of other countries, it's like you have to be a certain way. And America
I would
is not
argue that's what I would argue that's the pitch that was sold early on.
But I am not like really for the whole consumerism thing. I feel like that sucks. That's when everything kind of started going downhill.
I used to kind of think that was bad, but I think you either have to admit that you enjoy consumerism or
I do enjoy
not
it.
do it.
I think there's things we can
We
do
all do it and
artistically here.
enjoy it. You either
Oh,
have to admit
that's
that you
true.
enjoy it or
I
be or
I feel like I get talked over a lot on my own show. I'm starting to
okay.
step
Let me
on all y'all's
throw
toes.
it to you, Nathan. I think you have
Thank
to. I think
Just
with
talk a lot.
consumerism, you either have to admit you enjoy it or disengage, and disengaging is really
Yeah,
difficult.
I think I get that. Yeah, I think I'm in for the consumerism because I think that there's artistic values that you can find through the consumerism. That's okay. It's just nice. Because if there's things that we can purchase or add to make or express our art here that maybe people don't have the liberties to buy somewhere else's. I don't know. I've never been somewhere else, so that could be true. Maybe it's not.
I don't know.
I feel like I admit that I enjoy it. To be honest, even if I live on a rural farm out in nowhere, Texas, I would still enjoy the
Let me
consumerism
ask
benefits
the
that
very-
I get.
There
couple-
are benefits.
The couple people in the audience, is there anyone who absolutely loves America or absolutely hates?
I think I have a sobering view.
You have a sobering view? Hit us with it, Big Mike. Come on,
Well,
just
invite him up
It's
here.
kind of bass backwards, but
Wait, okay. Would you mind telling us just really quick if you
Yeah,
would?
okay,
please?
I'll tell you real quick.
Yeah, come here real quick.
Big Mike again.
Big Mike's second round of
Nobody
Mike.
hate me, okay? Nobody hate me for
The return of the Mac.
Okay, it's a turn of the man.
Standing on the edges.
That's my theme song.
I didn't have time to switch it. I'm sorry.
No, it's kind of bass backwards, cause if you look at true socialism,
Okay.
okay, it requires for people to be decent. It requires for people to do the right thing. There's a problem with that. That's just not how mankind is. There is, however, a system that actually works better when it caters to greedy people, and that's capitalism. And the reason capitalism is working so well is because the world is full of greedy people that want competition and everything.
Yeah.
So actually, capitalism is evil, actually.
Well,
However,
that's what I
it
think.
works. That's what's weird. It works. Socialism should work, but it doesn't because we're not decent, man.
We're lazy.
To be honest,
If you was just to say, yeah, everybody gets a fair share, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But they don't. The people on top always keep all the riches for themselves.
I feel like
So I'm sorry, guys, but if I was to choose a government, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, guys, it would be capitalism.
capitalism.
Because it works.
I enjoy.
Hate it or like it, it works, man, because it utilizes the greed. of
I
mankind.
enjoy
So
the freedoms of capitalism for sure, but I do feel like I can articulate kind
That's
of.
great. Thank you, Mike.
Wait. Before Mike goes down, I wanted to say something.
Yes.
Before, I feel like I have a way to articulate maybe something you were kind of nibbling at, which was I feel like the concept of socialism, the concept of capitalism, it only works in a perfect way if people are good-hearted. You know, if people are looking out for their fellow man. Socialism specifically, I feel like it doesn't work if you try to enforce it. It works in idea if everyone is willing to do so, like on
It
their own
works
accord.
actually in small societies.
Yeah, and
Like in
like
villages or something, it works great.
right, like
Like you got a village of like 100 people, it works awesome.
if you do look at like early like in the New Testament and stuff with Christians, like it was expected that you give all your belongings and it's distributed to those who need it in the ways they thought. So
Yeah,
like that's
that was socialism, people.
I
That's
mean
what that was.
yeah, but it was everyone choosing it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, and I think that's like what I think is the biggest thing that like people need to learn is like all this stuff that people make up, government, laws, whatever, like it's cool and all, but like things work best if you choose for yourself to like do what's right. You
I
know
wish
what
we
mean?
could.
And
I
it's so
really do.
difficult. It's
I wish we
harder
could,
than it
man.
sounds. Like it's the ultimate
Yeah.
like easier said than
I
done.
grew up with the philosophy. I grew up liberal. I really did.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to believe that. The only problem is it just not. This is what's frustrating. I'll hear somebody talking about it, and I'm agreeing with them. I want it to be like this, and I'm like this, but I'm chasing rainbows here. I'm like, I kind of say, I don't want to say, well, you know, it's just, yeah, that's a nice dream. It's not going to happen, because it makes me sound like a pessimist. But,
Well, yeah.
but at the same time, you're looking at it, and you're like going, it's not so good to have your head in the clouds all the time either,
But-
because you're going to get hurt.
Kind of on the same note, like I feel like that's why it's so easy for me to feel so
I hear what you're saying.
mad about like any politics is because it's like I feel like I've seen it. Like there's enough American history at this point for me to see like, yeah, what it's gonna take is each individual like giving a crap and like, you know, doing their best for their community. And until that happens, like things are gonna get better. Like
do
it doesn't
agree with
matter.
that.
I wish we could find a way to do that.
We're in a really docile
really do.
place right
That's
now.
why war is more or less the best thing.
And that's why war is so popular, because
It gets
they
people
found
to
a
care.
way to tap into the energy and the attractiveness of capitalism.
But I agree with you,
And
Big Mike.
it just
At
now
nature,
what
man
we
is,
do
man
though,
is bad.
what I
Our
think we
flesh is
do,
bad.
yeah, I think what we do is that we actually have programs though.
Right.
I mean, it's like, this was, I don't know, somewhere down the line in this country, someone said, hey, we got to get, them to give more. But the tax breaks for the rich to give to the poor, I don't even really care if they get that great of a tax break. Just give them incentive to give to the poor.
Right.
Is it right? No. Because they're actually getting more of a tax break and getting more because they're giving.
Well,
Which is kind of crappy. But they're still giving, man.
Yeah.
It's
They're
coming
using-
from an evil place, but
They're
they're
using
still
it
giving.
against them.
Yeah, kind of.
if you
In
study,
churches, it's
if
good
you
for-
study like history and stuff, like a lot of these cultures that like when they were super successful, it's when it was like almost like a kind of like a standard, like not an enforced thing, but a standard that like people are gonna give back to the community. You know what I mean? To where it was like, if you're
It
not
used to be
given
like that.
to like the local church,
did.
the local this, the local that, like you're just not gonna be that popular at the local potluck or whatever.
Right. Well, it used to be. Oh my God, I'm gonna really sound. Actually, this is older than me. Okay, I'm about to sound like really old, but I had heard stories about like when they used to. I don't know. Let me think of an example. Like the fruit stands, they'd have like that highway or something, and they would like buy 4 baskets of peaches, and they just throw another one in there for the hell of it.
Right.
There used to be common for people to be that nice, and I don't know. Somewhere along the way, it's not that people aren't nice anymore. It's just it's not a common thing. It's not like
Well, I think
the
that's
baker's dozen. That's where that came from. Just throw an extra one in there to be nice.
I think that's the ultimate like thing of like
That would be
nature
cool.
versus nurture of like do we like structure these things so solidly that people have to do the right thing, or do we expect the goodness of people to take over?
I was just thinking about that. I read about this study that showed basically people are most efficient in or tribes of 115 people. Whenever it got to be much more than that, then there were disputes and people that didn't want to do stuff. But whenever it's small enough to where everybody's role is super important, then it's like, it's what I'm gonna do.
Well, I think that's what makes now such a curious time, because I think so many people that are like our age and younger, like they have such a small real life friend group. Like so many people I talk to that are my age and younger, I only have 1 or 2 friends.
Ooh, I have something to say about that.
And they have such a
I have something to
huge
say about
online
that.
reach where they have hundreds of followers, they're following hundreds
I'm
of
telling
people.
you, this is whether it's coming from an older guy, an older generation too. But the thing is whether you like it, just like the Bob Dylan song, things are changing.
Right.
If you want to hop on the wagon or not, that's up to you. But it's not like you're going to change things just because you're going to complain. Things are changing, and they just are. Now, here's the thing. I've been saying this for a while. The young kids coming up, which aren't really kids anymore when I was saying that, but I said they're going to have a completely new thing coming into this. All these old ideas, all this ideology that we've been carrying around, all this bullshit, I think they're wiser. I think you guys are actually a little wiser now because you're seeing the history of bullshit. See, when you were in the history of the bullshit, you didn't recognize it.
Let me say
You can
something
look
about that.
back now and go, man, look at all the crap they did. That's stupid.
I think that's true, very much
Now
to a
you're learning,
degree.
so that's all I had to say.
The Bible does say
I
that
don't give young
knowledge
people enough credit.
in the last days that knowledge would increase,
Yeah.
but we would still be dumb.
That's what I was gonna
Knowledge would
say.
increase, but
Yeah.
we would become more stupid. And I do think that we have become so smart that we have become dumb. We have information at our fingertips of Google that is any one of us could become super geniuses if we spent all day, every day, just maximizing learning
Right.
and utilizing the tools that we have, but we choose not to. We use it for how do I make my muffins better, or how do I do my taxes, or stuff that we should already know. And I absolutely think that this next generation, or this generation, my generation, and the ones that come are going to be smarter, but they're also more deceptive because they think they're so smart. They think if they see all the game that's being played, that they're also being played in the game. It's they're so smart, they think they're so smart, but you're being used. You're so open-minded that you're being used in deceptive and propaganda ways, and you think you're being woke. You think you're being smart and progressive When in reality, you're just peddling the government's news that they want, the agenda pushed for this time.
And
The
it's not
same
the
way
first
that back
time, yeah.
then that they were like, oh, let's kill the Charlies, let's get the
Right.
Vietnamese, why are we going to war with them? I don't know, but they're bad. We got to go save the Vietnamese from Vietnamese. That's a crazy thing they were telling us. And
No.
people were just like, yeah, we got to go save them from themselves. Let's all go fight them and kill them. Save them.
We just use technology for convenience instead of for like a tool to
There it
actually
is.
learn stuff. It's
But the really sad thing is that when people say, "Oh, I'm afraid, I'm so scared," because like AI is getting scary. Like, get out of here, dog. Like nothing we create can be better than the Creator. We are not going to be greater than God. We are creations of God, from God. We will never be greater than Him. In like-versedness, we can make something of likeness of ourselves. An AI is something that is like us. It has similarities to us, but it isn't completely us. It'll never be greater than us. It can have and hold more knowledge than a single person could hold, but that does not make it smarter, wiser, better. Doesn't make it any of those things. All it means is that it has access to that information quicker, and quicker doesn't always mean smarter. I can gain that same information at a different pace than that machine, but ultimately that machine cannot do more than the creator who created it, because I can make another you, and you can't do something that you are not programmed to outside of your thing. Even if I programmed you to be like me, you couldn't even be like me.
Ooh, I just had an epiphany here, real quick. God creates things. The devil copies things.
Fact.
So if you have AI is deceptive in a way because if you wanted to write a poem, it looks at all the poems and tries to pick the best parts of all the poems to make its poem. So you're going to get an awesome poem, but it's going to be a copy. Isn't that what the devil does? He makes a copy of what God does and tries to make it really attractive.
Right.
It's kind of the same thing in a weird way. That's what it is.
It's exactly right, and it holds no weight. It's like, oh, that sounds really deep, but it's like really
There's nothing
not.
there.
It's just salad words. What did you call it? Word salad?
Yeah,
I had it
Kamala's word
backwards.
salad.
Just word salad.
No meat.
Kind of what I was thinking about this whole situation was like, I think there's so much knowledge now. Like we were kind of saying, is like we have more access to knowledge, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we're coming to the correct conclusions.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you can be so, chill with, the information you're taking in. And I think taking it even further, it's so interesting to stay in a state of wonder. And that's a blessing we have right now to like not even feel the pressure to come to conclusions.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you take it to like a more savage period, like you have to come to a conclusion of what trap works to capture your food, or what weapon works best to
How do
defend
you
it.
use that
You
knowledge?
have to come to those conclusions.
Yeah.
There's no the pressure's on. And furthermore, like just developing a society, like what building methods work best, like the pressure's on to come to conclusions. And I think that's something that's being, taken away from, being a manly man, that I think that's a strong thing of what makes a masculine man coming to conclusions. And I think right now it's like it's almost discouraged to come to conclusions, and that's
Being
a scary
decisive.
thing.
Everybody
Of
just remains
of
in the
like
gray area.
not matching this knowledge with
I don't
coming
want
to
to say if
conclusions.
this is right or wrong. I don't want to put my piece
Yeah.
on if it's okay. If
Exactly.
a guy
Everybody
says that he's
stays
a
in
It's
girl.
the
Girl,
easier
yeah.
thing to do, and you can almost seem the wisest if you never come to conclusions. But that wisdom is a myth if you never come to a conclusion. But like some of the people in my youth that I thought were the wisest, like I realized like you haven't come to a conclusion about anything. Like so, what does it matter?
Yeah.
That's big.
Oh, this is something that I don't even know where I learned this, but it was so simple and it made sense. What good is it to know the alphabet if you don't put the letters together to make words?
Exactly. Yeah.
There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is knowing the alphabet. Wisdom is putting them together to make words and
Right.
use a function. So just thought I'd say that.
Knowledge is knowing the chords to a song, but not knowing how to make a song.
Make the song. There we go. You can know all the chords in the world, but you can't play that damn song.
Do
Let's
we
come
want-
up with 3 more analogies. You can know how to swim, but you don't know
The
how
world
to
is a guitar.
breaststroke.
The world is a guitar where all the notes. Ah!
Wait,
The world is a stage, but not everyone's an actor.
is
Think
it
about
okay?
it.
Is it okay if I switch subjects?
Can we do some Ben quotes?
I
Ben
wanted
quotes?
That's what I was gonna say.
A Ben quote corner. Everyone, thank you. Give a round of applause to Mike for coming up here and giving us his deep thoughts. He's a very smart man.
Don't let me knock over anything. Big Mike.
Love.
He
your
fought Mike
addition
Tyson one time
to
and
this
met JJ
podcast.
Cale in the same night.
Okay, I'm pretty sure these ones are new, but y'all have to immediately remind me if you've heard these before.
Ben, dun, dun, dun,
I have some in my notebook, but I don't have those immediately.
For the first time.
No,
this is for the third time. Ben's gonna come in with.
Okay, these ones are old. I only have one. I'm sorry.
It's only got
What
one.
happened to the ones you said? You didn't say any last week.
He'll riff some. Look at Ben. He's
No,
an
he read me off
improviser.
some good
genius.
ones.
I only have one.
Okay.
He's gonna say one and then he's
Okay.
gonna improvise the rest.
Just to remind everybody, the point of the deep quotes is something
Get your
that
hand
sounds
on.
really deep, but it doesn't necessarily have to have much substance. Okay,
It's kind of like a hollow meatloaf.
like a fortune cookie, more or less.
That's better.
Okay, let me remind myself of the quote. This is really good.
Here we go. Drum roll, please, everybody. Can we get a drum roll going?
I don't know. I remember it was like
Oh my
live in,
Oh my god.
It was like live in the present, build the past, create the past.
Every M&M
something
has
from the
chocolate,
future. I'm sorry.
but not every chocolate.
I
is an
usually text
M&M.
myself the notes in a notebook.
You didn't write it down.
I wrote it down in a notebook. I just don't have the notebook
Oh
with
my
me.
gosh.
Does Tyler have any quotes?
Next week. Sorry.
No. Okay.
And now you have it.
It was.
Levi, do
Ben's
you have
quotes
any
with
quotes?
Ben's
That was
quotes with
Ben's
Ben.
quote corner. Ben's corner. All right, Levi, onto your corner. We call this one Levi's confessional corner. Bum, bum, da, 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 da. Levi's confessional corner. Don't sue me, people who own the rights to the Simpsons music.
I didn't even know that was The Simpsons. Do I have something to confess?
Levi's confessional corner. He's gonna tell you about
I'm gonna
something
be
that
honest.
he's embarrassed to admit.
If Levi doesn't have a confession,
You do?
if Levi doesn't,
Okay.
I was gonna say
Levi's-
we should write another song and then close this show out.
Confessional corner. Levi's gonna tell me something about himself from deep within his heart. It could be anything, Levi. It could be that you don't like your socks folded, or that you make your wife fold your socks. Either one of those would be kind of funny. No reaction from the wife.
What's the
She is
thing
locked
that
into the crochet.
What's a good confession? I'm trying to think of something. I need
Wait,
to
you do
confess.
fold the socks?
Yeah, I do.
Do you really?
what's the
That's
what's the
amazing.
thing you feel like you really get away with at work?
Yeah. What's your guilty pleasure? You're like, dude. People
At
think
work?
I'm doing a lot of paperwork, and really, I'm
Oh
just
my
looking at
gosh.
my phone.
I don't think anybody else does it as much as I do. I give away so many free drinks. Like
Levi.
so many.
Wait,
And I
like
really-
alcohol beverages, or
Yeah.
just like?
You're not a company man.
I know.
Oh no!
It's not my
Hope
money,
Albert isn't
but
listening.
like I literally
You
like
didn't actually see the money.
See, that's why I paid that the second
Ben,
time.
can I help you?
We're gonna write another song and then close
sometimes
the show
I
out.
give away way
I had
too
such a
much.
fun time with the lava man.
Because there's so many regulars at this bar. So I'm bartending and I don't know, kind of what you're supposed to do. So I'm like, I'll ring it in. But I always charge them for a couple rounds.
Oh
These
my
are people
gosh.
that drink a lot. So it's like,
He just gives us some freebies.
and then I won't ring them in and I'll forget how
Have
many
you
they had.
visited Levi at the bar before?
No, I haven't been up there.
You should.
Big
It's
got
a
free,
nice time.
Big got free beer.
I need to go up there. Yeah.
It's a little scary.
Don't have any of my nights off.
Free beer.
Okay, let's
It's a little
do.
scary.
I'm kind of feeling an improv scene. How about we do a quick rock paper scissors and we see who's gonna
I
find
did
an
like the song.
improvised scene or a song.
Okay.
Here we go, really quick.
Wait, maybe we could do a vote by the audience.
Audience.
Improv scene
Oh.
or improv song?
Improv scene, improv song.
Raise your hand if you want an improv scene.
Just see improv. What can we do?
Raise
Let's see
your hand
hands
improv
for
scene.
the improv scene.
Raise your hand for.
Okay.
Okay,
Improvised
let's have
song.
We've got
Song.
enough song. Let's do the same.
I'm just
Uh-oh, they have spoken.
One, this
Okay,
is-
improv scene.
Improv scene.
Whatever the majority is.
What should it be about? Something
I'm a
from
little
the
bit
episode
self-conscious
or
about my improvising
something
skills.
random?
Was my slamming the door good? Was it?
Yes.
Thank you.
This week on Eulogy Man. Ah, man. Being Eulogy Man is so hard. I got so many eulogies I always gotta go to. Alrighty, another eulogy, another day. Hello, hey, I'm Mr. Eulogy Man. I'm here to give the eulogy.
Okay. So this man, he murdered a lot of
Mhm.
people,
I see.
but he also had a lot of people that loved him.
Okay.
And his last victim, he murdered a child that just won the Nobel Prize for most lovable child.
He murdered that kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
But his mother loved him, and his father loved him, and his cousins loved him for
Okay.
who he was, because he was so good at baseball and whatnot.
Gotcha.
So it's a tender subject. And
Wait a
got
second.
He got the
Is this the
electric.
kid eulogy,
electric-
or is this the man who killed the
He
kid?
got the electric chair. What?
Okay, so we're talking about the man who killed.
Yeah, he died. Got the electric chair.
Guys, we come together today to celebrate not only the life, but the death of a man. A man who was greatly loved and also equally hated. He had done a lot of great deeds, and sometimes those deeds were so good he couldn't stop himself and he went too far.
Oh, eulogy man.
He might have crossed the line a couple of times, but which one of us hasn't? If we're being honest, I'm looking at you, priest.
You know, just the way to phrase things.
All right. Anyways, this guy was a great guy. I didn't know him personally, but I wish I had. I wish I could have got mad at him just once.
Oh,
Told him
that's
off,
such
told him
a
what kind of an
eulogy,
a-hole he
man.
was, what a dirty D-bag he was down deep inside, but you know,
It was deep
How much I-
inside, so deep.
I just loved him. And he was loved by so many people.
To know him was to love him.
Therefore, we celebrate the love of his life and the fact that he is now gone and another murderer is off the streets.
Oh.
All right, thank you guys. A eulogy man away! Eulogies, man, that last one was really tough. Makes you even wonder if I'm into this for the right reasons. I don't know. Okay, I guess I better. Oh, here's another one. Hello, Eulogy Man here.
Ha ha ha! I am your nemesis.
No.
I am the rest in peace comment man.
Not R.I.P. I hate this guy. What are you doing here, R.I.P.?
I think all that people deserve is an R.I.P.
I think they deserve.
nothing more.
That's so like you. They deserve words. They deserve to be remembered. They deserve someone talking about them like they were their best friend.
People
Not just some note.
deserve peace. And everyone in the world will deserve peace when my ultimate plan of resting everyone in peace takes place.
No.
When I convince America that Russia will be nuclear bombing it.
No! That's the
Yes.
last thing I want is to involve the political parties.
I will send the President of the United States, R.I.P., followed by the nuclear bomb emoji this afternoon.
You wouldn't dare.
I would.
You wouldn't dare.
Yes, I would.
Ring it up right now. I don't even think you have the president's number.
Doop, 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 doop. See?
Hit call. I don't believe you.
Go.
Hello?
Hello, President.
Yes, who is this?
Is that him?
This is, this is
Who is this?
your nurse.
Oh, I've been waiting on this call.
Have you taken your meds?
Yes.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Got to go.
That was okay.
How deceptive.
See, I told
of
you. I told you.
How deceptive of you. Well, you know what? I'm going to be writing your eulogy by the time the day is done, so how about we meet back here at sundown for a draw?
Once I already texted him.
You already did
Good
that?
plan.
You already did that?
I will later today, about 6 p.m. probably.
1 second. Okay, guys. I'm going to address my inner thoughts here and break the fourth wall. What the freak do I do? How do I stop him from sending a text message to the president? Any ideas?
You could kill him.
That's
Stop, Davey.
kill him? Is that the best we can go with?
Serenade him.
Serenade him. I'm gonna serenade him, and then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna kill him.
Yes.
R.I.P. I've done some thinking,
Okay.
and I've got a little something to tell you.
What is it?
R.I.P. You thought you missed me. You thought you were my nemesis, but I'm here to straighten thee. Because I'm gonna hurt you if you don't put down your phone. The nuclear wars should be prohibited or at least postponed. Yeah. Yeah. Did that make you change your mind?
You know, here's the thing. RIP is the truest, what's the word?
Rapper.
Abbreviation. It's the truest abbreviation of all the abbreviations in the wide world.
Get to your point.
But I think nuclear war were to take place, I would cease existing, and therefore no one would spread the message of RIP. And I think spreading the message of RIP is way more important than everyone RIP.
Huzzah! Then it looks like another win for Mr. Eulogy.
That a boy.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It's been another Hadley-Verse. Appreciate everybody coming out here. My YouTube viewers, we love you. Podcast listeners. Most importantly, my live studio audience. Y'all are the freaking best. I want to thank Levi to Spain, Benjamin to Spain, my comptroller, and everybody who showed up today. Y'all mean the most. It's a community of artists with free speech and the right to say what we want. We love you